Welcome to VEGEFit, where we discuss everything fitness. And for tonight's episode, we have Feroz. He is an aspiring health and life coach. Let's listen to his story as he navigates through holistic fitness. We hope his story resonates with yours. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome to VegaFit, where we discuss everything fitness. And for tonight's episode, we have Feroz.
Hi there.
Hi there, Feroz. Okay, Feroz and I have known each other for 7 to 8 years, Feroz.
Yeah, 78. I think from 2016.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, Feroz is really good with numbers, guys.
yeah.
And yeah, we used to be game buddies, right?
Game
And
buddies? Yeah.
yes, and then we were young adults, like most adults at that time. We want to conquer the world, dreaming of becoming CEOs. Are you still that person for us?
CEO now.
No, not anymore.
No.
So for us now,
Can I talk about that?
yeah, if you like.
See? Yeah, I think most people from a young age, the need to be a CEO and all of that, these big, big things, it comes from a lack of self-worth that we
Hmm.
don't love ourselves back then. So we need to go and achieve all of these things out there to feel good about ourselves, you know? So back then I was still working on myself as a person. And as time passed by, I came across all of these wisdoms, you know,
Hmm.
to love myself, stuff like that. So what happens is that once you start loving yourself, you need to go after all these things, which might not be meant for you, but you go after it anyways because of
Hmm.
that lack of self-love. And you
Hmm.
start doing it, and then after a while, you're like, this is not for me. I'm making a lot of money, but I'm not happy doing it,
Yes.
you know?
Mm-mm.
So I think for most people, um, loving yourself as a person is the first step to finding your true purpose in life, whatever
Yes.
it might be.
So now you aspire to be a health and life coach, right?
Oh yeah, I'm
Wow.
looking into that.
Yes. That's how amazing, guys. I mean, seeing your friend for being, just like any young adults, just like to party and all, and then suddenly years later, you just become a different person. You just become better and you started to become something you did not see a person becoming. There's so many years, right, for us. We were really funny kids back then.
Oh yeah, we used to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we really had a lot of fun. But you know what?
Yeah,
What I know
yeah,
about Faraz is that he has started his physical fitness journey, even becoming friends, right? At a very young age. So, at what
yeah.
age did you start your physical fitness journey for us?
So when you ask me that question, I stepped foot inside a gym at the age of 16, but
Mm,
my journey into physical fitness came way before that. Even when I was a kid, like I just knew that it's something I wanted to do. It's like I had a passion for it or I wanted to try it out. So
yeah,
yeah, 16 is the age I stepped foot in the gym, but I would
mm-mm,
say years before that for sure.
for sure. So, how important is it for you as a man to be physically fit? Because you said it started way before 16. So, what made it very important?
I was a very health conscious person from a
Mm,
very young age. And that's one of the important, that's why it is important to me. And I wanted to look good as well. And from an honest point of view,
mm-hmm,
it also came from a point of insecurity. Like, okay, once you look good, you can get this, that,
mm-hmm,
you know. But
mm-hmm.
over time, it changed into something else.
What is that something else?
Like, the The insecurities are not there anymore. It has just
Mm-hmm.
become part of my life routine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like getting up and brushing my teeth. I just do it 4 to 5 days a week.
Okay. So you have made your physical fitness routine part of your lifestyle. But
Yeah.
most men exercise but can't do it consistently. What is your advice to other men who can't make fitness as part of their lifestyle? Because I've known a lot of friends who can do a lot of calorie count, they hit the gym. I mean, they have this routine
Yeah.
going on. They have this, I'm going to do this in 3 months, 6 months. But after
Mhm.
that, after they hit their target, they stop and then they gain weight again and then go into another journey of fitness again. It's like they're just going round and round. I mean, they cannot do it consistently. Where do you think that kind of mindset is coming from? Why can't they do it? And what is your advice?
So just be clear when you say that they stop. Like, do they like completely stop going to the gym, or you know, they don't give it much attention anymore? But they do fitness over here and there.
Probably they just stop going, yeah, hardcore in the gym. They do minimal already and then they start gaining weight again. And
Yeah.
then when they get sick, they go back to the gym again. So something like that. They cannot do it consistently. Why do you think they cannot make it part of their lifestyle like you did?
Ah, okay. So I would say for your friends, it's grateful to see them doing it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, putting goals and achieving it, but it's okay to stop because in my journey, I've been working out for 14 years.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And yeah, so what something I realized is that I have a passion for this, right? And
Mm-hmm.
passion is a gift, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm able to keep at it. Like for example, for your friends, working out might not be a passion for them. So
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they're actually doing it and achieving something, it's great. So that's how dancing is for me. Like I love dancing, but it's not a huge passion. Like I do it once in a while over here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but I cannot go all in. Like I have signed up for 1 year like
Wow.
classes and I go like maybe 1 or 2 months, like online classes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I practice 1 or 2 months and then I just stop.
Mm-hmm.
So me able to go to the gym, this passion is something I'm grateful for and it's a gift. I would say for most people, like don't be too hard on yourself. But yeah, taking care of your health is very important and you just need to find your way of taking care of it. Can be cycling,
Mm-hmm.
dancing, depends on you.
Yeah. So they must really make sure that health is their reason.
Health is very important for everyone. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why they cannot really go all in because you exercise 5 to 6 times, right? For us, you work out.
Yeah,
You s-
45.
oh,
Five to
four to
six
five.
times a week is a lot.
Last time I remember, you do 5 to 6. I'm like, whoa,
That's when I was like too young, I guess. Too much energy.
wow. Okay, so after your physical fitness journey, you also have this mental struggles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, did your physical fitness routine help you with your mental struggles?
huge.
Huge.
Huge, yeah. During COVID, I can see the effects. There's lockdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, the gyms were closed 5 months, five,
Wow.
6 months.
How did you
Yeah.
manage that?
I try to work out at home, but it's not that effective. And it's just these, you can actually feel you have too much energy within you and there's no
Mm-hmm.
escape for it. And then it starts to feel like a toxic feeling.
Mm. So it's like your anxiety is building
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. It's like anxiety, your focus is gone, your mood starts to swing.
Mm-hmm.
After lockdown, once I started getting back to the gym again, I'm more happy, I have more focus, I have a very clear mind, I'm calm. Yeah, taking care of your health is like a huge asset to pursue your dreams in life. I would say that that's like the first step that you have to take.
So your physical fitness does create a big impact on your mental health.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, I believe in that too. So, right now, how do you nourish your mental well being?
Well, so physical fitness is one thing I do. Another thing I do is I spend a lot of time with myself. If I have any doubt, any fears, or any thoughts that's kind of annoying me or disturbing me, kind of leading me down.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually journalize all of these thoughts. I take a book, I write them down. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is I'm feeling, I write them down. And I
Mm-hmm.
ask questions like, why am I feeling like that? Where are these thoughts coming from? Each question and answer is going to take you to the root of it. And most of the time, once you get to the root
Mm-hmm.
of the cause, you will understand that it's nothing. It doesn't have any power over your life. You have just been worrying about something you just didn't completely understand.
So, just like a made up story in your head.
Yep.
So, after journaling, your mind is clearer.
Yeah, most of the time. It's
Okay,
like once you understand what the problem is, you're not afraid of it anymore or whatever is bothering you. It might not completely eliminate the problem, but you will definitely feel a lot better.
exactly. I barely do journaling, but when things really stress me out, there was a time that I did that. But do you do journaling like daily?
Depends on my state of mind. If I have
Mm.
to do it daily, then I have to do it daily. At the same time, with practice, I've come to a point where I don't write it on a book anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I just ask questions to myself and, just do it in my mind. And yeah, practice makes you better, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Do you agree that men have difficulty expressing their mental health issues than women?
In this time and age, I don't think so. It's so much easier to communicate about these things than it was a few years ago when it was actually looked down on. Because there's a lot of mental awareness
Mm-hmm.
spread across the world or spreading across the world at this very moment. And if someone does have trouble, like they need to find the strength to step out of it and like communicate that with someone.
Do you think that this channels also has like a boomerang effect that some people blame their mental health problems with their behavioral issues? Like what's happening sometimes on social media. I'm depressed or I am having anxiety. So sometimes whenever they hurt other people, they're gonna use their mental health situation to hurt other people. Are you familiar with that?
Um, Mental health is a serious issue.
Mm,
Like, you need help for that. For someone who actually has experienced depression and anxiety in my
mm-mm,
life a few years ago, I've come out of it. It's not something that you can use as an excuse to go and hurt other people and use it as an excuse to get out of,
mm.
It doesn't justify your action.
Yeah, it's true. So for us,
Yeah.
since you've already said it, how did you deal with judgment and rejections from any kind of source? It could be from your mental health issues before, like your anxiety, depression, or maybe rejections and judgment from other people, like from where you came from, or maybe brokenhearted, you know, those kinds of feelings. How do you handle that?
Oh, that's
Rejections and judgment in general.
it's completely accepting the fact that judgment and rejection
Mm-hmm.
comes from a place where, for the person who is doing this to you, they
Mm,
don't know you who you are. These actions of theirs is coming from a past experience,
mm,
and understanding that it has nothing to do with you, judgment and rejection. It's going to make you somewhat bulletproof. It might not completely eliminate it. You might feel a little bit down,
mm.
but it's obviously going to help you a lot. It's complete acceptance of that one fact.
Yeah, so it's more like when you know yourself, you don't really fear rejection and judgment.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I think we've tackled this a little earlier when it comes
Yeah.
to mental health. But when it comes to overwhelming emotions, it could be happy, sad, anger. How do you control that? It's normal, especially for men. I mean, most men have anger issues, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you manage that?
From my experience, I think mental health
Mm-hmm.
is something that comes from your thoughts, and emotions are emotions. You're gonna have it. So when you talk about overwhelming emotions, what I do is I just sit with it. I just sit with that emotion and I face it. I process it. I just feel the whole thing
Mm-hmm.
going through me. I'm not sinking it in. I'm not hiding it inside within me. I'm processing it. I'm feeling it till there's nothing left. And I believe working out all these years has given me the strength to do it. So I think most people just, when they have to deal with something overwhelming, they fall into the trap of
Bursting out.
what's that, like alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
drugs, all of that. But working out has increased my resistance to pain
Mm-hmm.
and it has given me the strength to just sit with it and not react, just respond to the whole thing.
Okay, so working out has not just helped you mentally, but
Yeah.
has helped you build an emotional resistance.
Yeah. Emotional resistance to pain.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
I would rather put it as resistance to pain. Like I can deal with more pain, you know?
Yeah. How about anger? Like suddenly you want to be angry.
When I was a kid, I didn't have control over it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, now if I get angry, like I know how to deal with it.
You did not
I,
burst out.
I totally feel like let the anger flow through me,
Mm-hmm.
or rather, I channel it into something productive. That's
Mm.
what I do.
How about when you're facing the person is causing you to be angry? There's no gym time. What will you do on that certain situation? Like you're facing the person that's making you angry. How do you deal with that at a
Yeah.
certain moment?
The thing with that is, it's very hard for someone to make me angry, to be honest. Like
Wow.
they might have seen me angry, but I don't react to it, you know? And yeah, it's like even in high school,
Mm.
like people get surprised when they see me angry. Like I did get angry once. One threw some water at me, so I threw the whole thing back. That was one time, and everyone's surprised. Like that's Feroz angry, you know?
Mm.
Yeah. So I think
So you're mostly calm in any kind of situation.
yeah,
Y-
and if something happens, like it just bounces off me like it's nothing.
Mm.
I believe it comes from a place of completely understanding who you are and your self worth
Mm.
and non reaction. Totally understanding that reacting to things makes it worse and just responding, being calm. I like being peaceful.
So you always think before you act or say anything, even at a very young age.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not from a very young age, like, as I got older, like uh, my late 20s.
Mm.
But also, the reason why I don't get angry is because I'm a very choosy person.
You are a.
I'm a very choosy person as it comes to who I surround myself with.
Oh yes,
So
you
yeah.
are.
So if I spot someone that's going to be annoying, I'll be like, I always keep a distance, you know?
You even did that to
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the main reason why how I'm able to deal with that. I
Yeah.
know who to surround myself with.
Yeah. And we're still friends, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go back to this. So it's about choosing the people that you surround yourself with, right? And you
Yeah,
know what?
hugely.
That's why I also did not get angry when we did not talk for quite some time because I've also realized that I was annoying.
Yeah, actually, I didn't completely leave you. Like, it's a thing I knew I had to do. I had to give yourself pace
Mm-hmm.
to work on yourself. You were not aware of it. I can't tell you this is what I'm doing. It's like you just have to go through that process naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look at you now. Like you're doing a podcast. I don't know what else you've been up to, but you've been growing as a person,
Yes.
like for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
So, yeah, I think we have to go back to this emotional thing. So, I think right now you're already confident, right, to share about your vulnerable side to anyone.
Hmm. Only to the most trusted people, or if I come across someone I know they have integrity, I
Mm-hmm.
would share it. For me, if relationships are like I'm investing in something
Mm-hmm.
long term. Like I'm not into short-term relationships. Me sharing about my vulnerability and stuff like that is like it doesn't mean much to me
Mm,
if it's a short-term thing, you know.
mm,
And so I only share these things with the most trusted people. Like I know they're going to be there in my life for a long time.
mm.
So yeah, I think it's something one of my characteristics, I believe.
So other men are not ready for this kind of sharing their vulnerability. What can you advise to them? Because it's really difficult for them to say, "Oh, I get rejected. Oh, I failed." It's like something like it hits them more
Yeah,
than girls. How can you help them if they are on that stage in their
it's
life?
yeah, it's understanding that it's coming from a place of fear,
Mm,
like not sharing about it. I mean, not just to anyone, like someone you truly trust, someone who's truly close to you, like to those people.
mm.
Understanding that it's coming from a place of fear and weakness. And if you're a man, then you need to rise above that. Be brave.
Being vulnerable is like
It's like being
being
brave.
brave and being free.
Yeah, it's coming from a place of strength.
Yeah. Because it will become like, yes, I failed, but I'm finally free from it
Yeah,
and I've
that's it.
conquered it. So just that. Because many guys are struggling. And I think this is the reason why most of them are also angry
Uh huh.
and they lash out that anger to people who did not even cause them any problem.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is really very difficult. That's
that
why we're.
that's where the stuff I talked about before comes into
Mm,
action. Like
mm,
understanding your emotions and your thoughts, where these actions of yours are coming from. And it's coming from a place of unprocessed information within you and lack of understanding of who you are as a person or your emotions. Basically, healing yourself as a person.
Feroz,
Yes.
can you say that you are a spiritual being or have you tried any spiritual activities at this time?
Oh, yeah. I would say I am a very spiritual person for sure.
Mm,
It's something I stumbled upon in my journey to finding the truth.
mm-hmm.
There was a point in my life where I was an omnist. For those who don't know,
Yeah.
omnist is someone who believes in all religion. So what I've noticed is that during that journey, right,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that all religion is the same. What everyone is trying to do is just talk with God, and each religion has its own way of doing it. So it's like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna remove this medium of religion from
Mm,
myself, and I'll
mm,
just talk with God just
mm,
directly. So now we have this direct connection with God, right? There's nothing in between you and God. So
mm,
that's when you start understanding what God is. You start to see things like balance, how reacting to things
mm,
causes more problems, and just responding to things and letting things come to you, letting go of things.
mm.
It's a path of being peaceful.
Okay. So you see spirituality is the path to peace and it's not linked to religion, or does religion help you to become spiritual?
That's a tough question because what most religion is actually trying to do is be spiritual.
Truth.
And there's a fact that we have very few spiritual mentors or teachers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have a lot of people following religion. We just have a few spiritual people because those are the individuals who are brave enough to go after things that they believe in, no matter what people say. And those are the individuals who actually come across the truth.
Do you think religion is causing barriers towards being a spiritual being? Or does it link you to become a spiritual being?
I would say it's one of the paths to becoming a spiritual person.
Mm. So it's more like a person's mindset of division is the one
Yeah,
causing the
yeah.
problem.
You can say that.
Mm, I agree with that also. But I love being Catholic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Really
for
do.
sure, it's like that part of being spiritual is like don't force anything on it.
Mm,
This is how things are.
yeah, we just have to respect
Yeah.
everybody.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with any of that. How
yeah.
things are,
As a,
and just let it flow.
yeah, and just be a good person, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The most influential spiritual mentors are men, but most of the population would rather choose to spend time for gaming, drinking, and partying. Do you think there is still a chance for a new spiritual mentor to come from this generation?
Oh yeah, for sure. We just
Mm,
need to watch out for those few individuals who go against the crowd.
mm.
Because I have read this book called Renaissance Wisdom.
Oh, can you share what is a Renaissance wisdom for us?
It's a book. So in that book, they talk about um, people from a long, long time ago, like 4, 5, 6, 700 years ago.
Mm,
Talk about individuals like Da Vinci,
mm,
Michelangelo, and you start to understand that even during those times,
mm,
people just find a way. It's just one or two individuals who goes against the crowd
mm,
or go after what they want, no matter what other people say,
mm,
and they gain wisdom.
mm,
And that's one of the ways you become a spiritual person because it takes courage.
mm,
Like if you're born into religion, it takes courage to question things and find out the truth for yourself in a way.
mm.
So yeah, for sure. But there are not many people like that, I think, and that's one of the reasons why even in today's world we have spiritual teachers, but we don't have a huge number of them. But at the same time, I don't think we need a huge number of them
Mm.
because it just takes one or two people to change the whole world, you know, to share your wisdom.
Yeah, beautiful thought because my spiritual journey didn't really start from listening to spiritual mentors.
Uh-huh.
It was just my boss saying that my family needed me.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was money, but then I realized it was family healing. So from
Mm-hmm.
then on, that was the time that I tried to start working on myself
Yeah.
and then try to heal those pains that are caused by your family because I think most of the pains start at your very own family. Yeah, so I think our spiritual journey can start at any time and can be triggered by any person when it's needed.
Yeah. It's out of our control. I would say there's not one way to achieve it. I believe each person has their own way of coming across it.
Yes, coming across it and actually made a move to
Yeah.
make yourself better.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the time something really happens, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's something from within yourself.
Yes. And the moment you want to change yourself and you just
Yeah.
want to heal from everything.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Thank you so much for us. It's really a wonderful time talking with you.
Yeah, for sure. We should do this more often.
Oh, lastly for us,
Yeah.
what can you say to our listeners who are probably somewhere on the journey and probably having trials and they don't know if they're going to make it through? Do you have anything for them?
You're talking about people having a difficult time in their life, right?
Yes.
Um, yeah, I would say just keep doing what we have talked about in this podcast. Go
Yeah.
within yourself,
Yeah.
understand your thoughts, your emotions. Like cultivate the strength within yourself to face your fears,
Yeah.
because it's mostly your fears keeping you there. Um, yeah, cultivate the strength within you to rise up.
So it's more
Yeah.
like we're going for the holistic health.
Mm-hmm.
Holistic health is a physical, the
Yeah.
mental, the emotional, and the spiritual healing.
Yeah.
And so we can become a better person for ourselves and for our community.
For sure.
Thank you again.
The world for sure needs people who's more healed.
Mm,
And once you get healed, I think you can start helping the people around you.
yes, it is through healing that we can help others heal too.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me here.
If you love that podcast, do give us a 5 star and a follow. Thank you so, so much. See ya and good night. I hope you learned something valuable today and continue to support VEGEFit. Because here at VEGEFit, we may not still be fit and still far from being spiritual, but we're working on it every day. Thank you for listening and see you again in our next podcast.